going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. We got to check out this video of Jim Jordan absolutely putting the smackdown on Jasmine Crockett. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it.
I do believe that it was ethically right for social media to check people because you had people that didn't know anything about science and decided that they were going to put out whatever lies or propaganda or conspiracy theories they wanted to, and people died. At some point in time, we have to evaluate what is factual. And I know that facts hurt y'all, and I just wish we could get on the same page, but we do know during the presidential election that the president would not go and participate in anything if fact-checking was going to be a part of it, because he didn't want to be fact-checked. We know that the vice president got upset in his vice presidential debate when he was fact-checked. It used to be a time in this country that we as members of Congress or elected officials thought that it was okay to just tell the truth. Instead, we're pushing conspiracy theories, and some of them are killing people. It's the same thing that we have coming out of Doge. It's the reason that people are dying. It's the reason that farmers are losing their farms, because we continue to peddle conspiracy theories. It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a point. We've talked, generally, the previous speaker talked about factual information. We've talked about fact-checking. Fact-checking, you know what fact-checking is truly supposed to be in this country? The First Amendment. Not some expert who can sit on and look at posts and tweets and different things and say, oh, that's not factual, take it down. That's not how it works. Fact-checking is the First Amendment. Someone says something stupid, and that happens every day in this Congress. Someone says something crazy. Someone says something that's not quite true, not quite accurate. You know what the fact-check is? Someone says something else, and you have debate. That's what we do in this committee every day. And this is the committee who's supposed to protect that fundamental fact. Real fact-checking is the First Amendment. Our Supreme Court has been clear about that. You don't like certain speech, the best speech for wrong speech is more speech. The best speech for false speech is true speech. That's how it works. You have a debate, and you trust we, the people, to figure it out, not some expert who's going to fact-check every tweet, every post, and we saw this in the Biden administration. We're seeing it in Europe now. We're seeing it in Brazil. That was the first bill we dealt with from the gentleman from California, his good legislation that we all agreed on. We're going to work on and put a good bill on the floor. So that's the key. That's what and we know it happened because, again, we had the guy who runs one of the biggest companies in the world, most successful tech companies in the world, tell us it happened. We had on the third day of the Biden administration an email from the White House to Twitter saying, take down this tweet ASAP. The government telling a business to take down a tweet, and the tweet, ironically, was from RFK Jr., who was going to be running for president against the guy in the White House. So he was saying, take down the speech of my opponent. That's not how it's supposed to work in this country. That's what we're concerned about. That's why it's in our oversight plan. And if you want additional things to look at, again, put them in your viewpoints. We're happy to accept them. We'll take everything Mr. Raskin has said today, everything the gentlelady from Texas has said today. We'll take everything the Democrats said. You want to put all that in your plan? Put it in your plan. That's fine. That's how it works. But no, that's not good enough.
Look, Jim Jordan was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. He didn't just speak the truth. He exposed the rot. The Democrats still refuse to take any accountability for censorship and narrative control that happened under their watch during the lockdowns before the 2020 election, and once again last year during the 2024 election. We got a chance to see for ourselves how legacy media is left-leaning, biased propaganda arm for the DNC. We got a chance to see it. We watched big tech firms out there suppress dissent, from C19 origins to the Hunter Biden laptop. We watched it, and we also watched it all become a lie from them. And we watched the facts come out, and the people that were out there that were talking about this, they were right. But they made these people take it down because it didn't serve their political narrative. It got buried, and conservatives, a lot of them were silenced. Some were demonetized and treated like criminals for simply practicing their First Amendment rights. The Democrats, they have proven time and time again, they're not the party of free speech. They're the party of controlled speech. They hate independent media. They mock platforms that they can't control. And they loathe the fact that regular Americans have voices louder than theirs. Just look at the panic. Look at the panic over YouTube, over TikTok, over X. And if you don't believe it, take a listen to what Ayanna Pressley said for yourself. These people do not want you to have the ability to speak your mind publicly.
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress. But they are not serious.
Now let's talk about Jasmine Crockett, who hasn't sponsored a single meaningful piece of legislation. She's out here making a spectacle of herself, blaming Republicans for censorship while her own party literally wrote the daggone playbook. She's not just a distraction. She's the DNC blueprint for future failure. I want you guys to check this clip out. We're going to keep it going, but I want you guys to check this clip out from when she was on one of these late night talk shows the other day.
I don't think that honestly policy is what we need to be fighting about. Because guess what? Can't nobody tell you what Donald Trump's policies were at all. Like you ask them, like, what policies? I don't know, but he's going to bring down the cost of eggs. But last time I checked, that didn't happen, right? Mm-hmm. It'd be like, well, we're saying it's Project 2025. No, Donald said he knows nothing about that. And then what happened? All the Project 2025 started to come around. So, like, I don't even think that it's policy. I think that people are voting on vibes. I think that...
Let's just keep it real. Most liberals today couldn't name a single policy that they support from the Democrat Party outside of alphabet activism and late-term pregnancy terminations. Most people on the MAGA side of things, they know exactly what policies, and they know what President Trump campaigned on. They know. And Jim Jordan, he's right to warn us. This isn't just an American issue. Overseas, people are being arrested for memes, for praying silently in safe zones, for expressing opinions online. This is happening right now. They're doing raids on people who posted something on X. It's happening right now in Germany and in England and in other countries over in Europe. Europe is just a glimpse of what happens when the globalist left goes unchecked. But here in America, we still have the First Amendment. And we got to maintain the Second Amendment to protect the First Amendment. But I tell you what, we better start appreciating it. Because while it protects us from government overreach, it also does protect people like Jasmine Crockett and Ayanna Pressley and others to keep spewing nonsense. And that's fine. Because as long as we have speech, we have the power to call it out. Loud, unfiltered, and unafraid. This isn't just about politics. It's about truth. It's about freedom. And it's about, who we are as a nation. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, turn the notifications on so you never miss an upload. If you'd like to support this channel financially, please consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your man a coffee. Link in the description box below. Appreciate the support, the love. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw.